Hello viewers, wherever you're watching us from, this is Shalom School of Music, and today we are doing lesson 4 of our piano lessons. And during our previous lesson we did so much on scale and chord construction, and today we are just going to do more on the major triads and the minor triads, based on the same scale. So we are going to take just slow steps so that you can understand very well. So today I want to introduce something called inversions, and these inversions, they help us to play comfortably and also help us to produce different kind of harmony in chords, so that you don't always play the same thing or repeat the same thing every time. So when we are doing inversions, it means that you are able to combine different notes for different octaves to sound the same. That is in the same key but mixed octaves. So work with me, and I will show you how to do it. So what I'm trying to say is this, that if you remember in our previous lesson, I told you that in one scale, for example, we are doing the scale of C, we have the 7 notes. That is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's the whole scale, that is Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. It is the scale that all the chords or all the major triads of scale C are built. And you find now, when we spoke about chord construction, we said that on C, you use the first, the third, and the fifth to construct a major chord. Now, on the minor, you use the first, you flatten the second, and the fifth. Now that becomes a minor of C. Now, in this case, when you speak about inversions, means inverted. Just as the word says inversion, it means inverted. So if you started with number 1 here, this chord C, this is a major triad of C. For you to invert this chord, you don't have to use other notes or other keys to make it look different. No, you just interchange. This is the first octave, and this is the second octave, which is number 8. So the first inversion means that you invert this number 1, you use the other one on the other octave. So it means that the first inversion, you transfer the chords, the first fingers on the second side. So number 1, instead of starting with the number 1, you start with number 3. This number 3, then you go to number 5, and you move your number 1 on the other side. So this C, this is also C, but you can hear the voice is different, the sound is different, sorry. You find that the sound is totally different, but I'm using the same notes. It's only that I have changed the pitch, which by changing the octave. Now this is the first inversion. The second inversion, you transfer. You start with the other end. On the major, on the first inversion, we started with the third. Now, on the second inversion, we start with the fifth. That is, you transfer the 2 notes on the other octave. That is, now instead of starting C, you start with this one, go to here. It's like, so this is the major, this is the first inversion, and this is the second inversion. But all of them, they are using the notes of C. C is comprised of C, E, and G. If you start with first inversion is go E, G, and C. Second inversion is G, C, E. That is how we do inversions. Now, for example, this side on the left side, I'll play the root chord, that is C. On the right side, I'll play the inversion. So you'll find that the difference is if I play here, major and major, it's basically that I'm playing the same thing. It's only that the octave is lower and the octave is higher. So I'm just playing the same thing. Instead now of playing the same thing, you distribute where your hand plays the major or the root. This one plays the first or the second inversion. So you can go. So if you play 1, 4, 1, 5, you go this the first inversion. Then 4, we go for the first inversion. Then we go for like that. I have used inversion on all the major chords. That is 1, 4, and 5. Even 4 we invert, like you invert. That's first inversion. Even 5 you invert, like. So you play first inversions, and you can also play the second inversions, which is that is the second inversions of each chord. Now, another thing you need to understand is when you're playing inversion, it makes you play comfortably and simply access other notes. For example, if we travel from 1 to 4, 1 to 5, if you use inversion, you won't have to travel for long distances. If, for example, you need to have speed. You see, like, for example, this first inversion, this is number 1. It gives us number 1. Number 4 is just next to it. And when we go back to number 1, there, number 5 is there. So you find that inversion makes our work easy. Number 1, 4, 1, 5. Even if you use the major here, 4 as inversion, 1 as major, 5 as inversion. I hope you're getting what we are moving, the way we are moving. And another thing, even the minor chords, they still have inversions. For example, number 6, this is number 6. I can invert number 6 and start with, that is number 6. That is the lower octave number 6. That is the higher octave number 6. So even this one have the same. And the one thing I want you to note is, for example, you're using C. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, if you use inversions, you can use the same procedure, like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, or 1 again. It is as simple as that. The same way you are constructing the scale using major, you can use inversions. So today I'll leave you with that. You go study and follow about inversions, so that your playing of piano becomes simple, becomes fun, and becomes interesting. So that when we meet in the next lesson, I will teach you about chord fingering, how you play the chords using your fingers, how to move, how to get control, how to gain speed. We'll learn all that. By the time we reach lesson 12, we'll learn so many things. Thank you for watching. Make sure you do the assignment and like our pages everywhere in our social media platform. That is our Facebook page at Shalom Premier School of Music. On our YouTube channel, you subscribe and then turn on the notification button, so that when I'm going to post the next lesson, you're going to get an update. Thank you so much, and God bless you.